First of all, Archie, I mean, thank you for coming on. As always, a pleasure. You booked yourself for this, which was the greatest thing about it. I hadn't even got around to messaging you yet.
Look, I enjoy our chats, and look, my estimation of my Frimpong chats as well is based on. I think when you enjoy talking to someone, I think you round up rather than rounding down. And with Jeremy Frimpong, he is the life and soul of the party. I have never encountered a person like Jeremy Frimpong. I say this outside of football, like just in life, somebody who has that much energy, joie de vivre, who just brings so much life to the table and is just his own person. And I was speaking to someone lunchtime today about, okay, yeah, but what if say this transfer goes through to Liverpool? What will happen? Or I hope the Premier League doesn't change. Premier League change? I don't think there's anybody who can change Jeremy Frimpong. But he is his own force of nature of a character, and yeah, as you will have seen, the time this came out the most was when Leverkusen had won the Bundesliga title, wrapped it up against Werder Bremen with a 5-0 win, their first ever Bundesliga title. An amazing story in itself. And yeah, I'd spoken to Frimpong throughout the season. We'd spoken going back to when he first joined Leverkusen. We spoke a lot in interviews. This is, and we're waiting for our presenter Kay Murray to come to us, and he just starts leaning on me, and I'm like, "What?" I didn't say this, but I looked at him and thought, "What are you doing?" And I thought, uh, I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it because it will probably look quite funny. So we'll get on with this. Yeah, he shouts down the camera, "Any chance, TV?" um, as like, yeah, being like, "Come on, what's going on?" And yeah, he reeked of beer, but he was delighted. And yeah, I mean, look, my main thought on this is, I know that the the Trent Alexander-Arnold topic right now is a sore one for the Liverpool community. But but put it this way, like, sure, look, that that's a painful X. But hey, if Jeremy Frimpong's the guy coming around the corner, you will forget about him very, very quickly. I've not even mentioned what he's like as a footballer, but for me, that seems that feels a sideshow to the person that he is.
No, it does feel a really good place to start because it was genuinely like the first thing when I saw that news break this morning. It's obviously it's been a thing for a while. The interest has seemingly been there for a little while. The links have definitely been there for a little while from Liverpool's standpoint around Jeremy Frimpong. It seems from all that's been reported today like the player is very keen on the move, and genuinely since that first broke, I was just thinking about those sort of images of him with you because you know, you think about the way footballers are, and I think it's becoming less of a thing. I think you're starting to see personalities come out in footballers a little bit more. I think, to be honest, you've seen it with Virgil van Dijk as captain of Liverpool this season, and on the topic of Trent, a lot of people are praising Van Dijk at the moment for almost being quite like dismissive of Trent, just being like, yeah, he's gonna go, we'll move on to something else, and we'll move on to something else, and it's like it's almost refreshing that he's not just being so like robotic about it and like playing the sort of party line on all sides like footballers are sort of expected to in that robotic media trained way. What you're getting and what the interviews that I've seen of Jeremy Frimpong with you, but certainly that one where he's leaning on you as the sort of overriding image, is just like that's a fella who, like, I don't think any amount of media training could dampen the light of that personality that Jeremy Frimpong possesses, and that's such an exciting thing, as well as the football. And I promise we will get onto that, dear listener. But that's such an exciting thing to know is heading to, or to hope, anyways, heading towards your football club.
That's it. And dressing room dynamics are so important. Uh, at the best and at the worst of times. And I've spoken to Frimpong's teammates a lot as well, because when somebody has as large a personality as Frimpong does, then you do start to ask other people, what's he like? And he seems to be best mates with several people in the dressing room.